Hi everyone, so today I filmed this look. I did a really natural eye look and then a very bold lip. And please don't mind my hair, it's called Mommy Didn't Have Time to Do Her Hair. It was either do the makeup and film a video or do her hair. So I figured let's film a video and who cares about my hair. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the palettes I'm going to use today are the Morphe 350 O Shimmer and 350 O Matte. So I think I'm just going to go in with the 350 O Shimmer first, which looks like this. And I think I'm going to take this color right here and I'm going to put that all over my lid and a little bit on my crease. So I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and just put that all over. Because of the fact that I don't want a dramatic eyeshadow look, I just want something that's going to have like a wash of color all over my lid. And then this is just a Morphe R37 brush. I'm just putting that on the lid and then a little bit in my crease. And I'm going to switch to a MAC 224 and I'm going to go to the 350 M palette. And I'm just going to take a few transition colors, something that looks like this, this or that. Any transition color is fine, just to blend out the color that we just did all over. When I do dark lips, I like to do almost nothing on my eyes. So I always just like just a really natural, either glowy, like warm tone eye, or just a foundation powder on my eyes. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Okay, now that the top of my eyes are actually all done, I'm just going to put on some mascara. And this is the MAC Upward Lash. It's MAC Upward Lash Upward Black. But this is one of my favorite mascaras because it gives you a very full looking lash very easily. If you don't like a voluminous, full, thicker lash, then I don't suggest this mascara because this definitely does not give natural looking lashes. So you see I got some mascara on my top of my lid. The trick is to let it dry and then either take a spoolie or a Q-tip and just pick it off. But if you touch it while it's wet, it's going to smudge everywhere. So you could let this dry and do a second layer of mascara, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. And then maybe at the end I'll go back and put more on. And then I will do bottom mascara, but I do that at the very end when all my makeup is done. And the little black mascara marks that I got on top, I let those really dry. So I'll go back at the end and we will take care of those. So I have actually already primed my skin with my primer and moisturizer, so we're just going to jump right into my skin. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Stick Foundation in Caramel. I'm going to use that for my nose area. Now the reason I use this foundation on my nose area is because that is the one place where I have found foundation does not stick to, or all foundation doesn't stick to. So this has been doing really well for me in that area. It lasts all day and I just have to do maybe one touch up if I have it on for, you know, 8 to 10 hours, which I really like. And then this is just a MAC 170 brush just to buff that out. I either use this brush or my, like an oval brush that kind of looks, so mine's dirty, but it kind of looks like this. Put that all over my nose. And the foundation I'm going to use today is the RCMA Shinto 3 foundation. And I'm going to try it on the back of a beauty blender and just really get my beauty blender in there. My beauty blender is dampened. So I do have a video using this foundation for the first time if you're interested in kind of knowing how it lasted throughout the day. But if you haven't watched that video, I'll give you a little info about this foundation. This is a very full coverage foundation for more normal, I would say normal to dry skin, because it is a cream, so it can be a little bit more moisturizing, and you don't really need that much product at all. I think I've dipped in twice so far and I've gotten about medium to full coverage. So this foundation is really great if you like a more fuller coverage foundation but you don't want it to look like you have anything on. It's a really pretty like second skin foundation, Okay, so that's what the foundation looks like on. I really like it. It gives a skin-like appearance, which I love. For concealer, I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the shade Medium Neutral. I'm just going to use a little bit because a little bit of this concealer goes a long way. And right now my bags aren't really bad at all. So I'm just using the concealer to brighten, not to really cover anything. Then I'm going to take the MAC Prep and Prime pens. I'm going to use the color Light Boost. I just put a little bit right under my eye because I just want to brighten up the area. I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty blender. I always do a cream contour just because I feel like on myself I like how it looks a little bit better than powder because I have a lot of texture on my cheek area. So the less powder that I have to use, the better my skin will end up looking. I'm just using a Real Techniques contour brush. And always blend upward, don't bring the product down because you're wanting to lift your cheekbones. To set my concealer, I'm going to use the original RCMA No Color powder. And then I'm just going to take my black beauty blender and dip it right in, and I use my beauty blender with my powder to set under my eyes. And then I'm going to take the Morphe E3 brush and just set it a little bit more. So now I'm going to take MAC Studio Fix powder and NC42 and my Real Techniques brush. This is the Duo Fiber Face Brush. And I just set everywhere else with this powder. Now the Real Techniques brushes are truly my favorite brushes because they're affordable, they're soft, they don't shed, they blend product in amazing. If you haven't tried them, definitely go try them. I get a lot of mine at Ulta or at Kohl's, because you can use Kohl's Cash and most of the time you can use Kohl's coupons on them. So that's all set. I'm going to go in and use just a little bit of my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I have just the mini one because I don't use this a ton. Then I'm going to go in with a MAC 168 brush. I'm just going to put that where I put the cream contour. For blush, I am going to use the Peach Glow, the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow with this middle color. And just a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. Then for highlighters, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders. I have two of them from Wet n Wild that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the one in Crown of My Canopy. It looks like this. And then I'm going to use the highlighting gold bar. So I'm going to take the darker one first. This one's a little bit darker. And then this MAC Duo Fiber brush. I always forget the number of this. And I'm going to take the darker one first, and I'm just going to put that on the high points of my cheeks. Then I put a little bit on my chin, my nose, a little bit on my forehead. Then I'm going to go in with the other one, the gold bar, on the same brush, and just kind of the same places where we just went with the other one. But I want really luminous looking skin, so I like to layer my highlighters. The only thing we're going to do on the eyes to finish it up is I'm just going to take the same color I put in the lid and put a little bit underneath just to blend it into the top part. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of bottom mascara, and I'm going to use one of my favorites. It's the Voluminous False Fiber Lashes by L'Oreal. So when I do bottom mascara, I hold the brush this way and I shimmy it, and then I will put it vertically and wiggle it that way. After having Penelope, I really can't speak. I don't know what happens, but all my words always get jumbled, and it is so frustrating because I forget words, I can't put sentences together. I have no idea what happened. Now we're going to move on to lips. I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime lip primer and just put that all over. So I have really, really dry lips, and no matter what I've tried, it just doesn't go away. So what this does is it kind of lays down all the dry skin on your lips so that you don't see it when you put liquid lipsticks or regular lipsticks on top. And it's also going to help our lip liner to go on like butter. So I am going to take MAC Night Moth lip liner and just put that all over. And I do overline my lips just a little bit. I'm going to take the Kylie Court K liquid lipstick. This is one of my favorite colors. It's just the prettiest shade of purple. Now her formulas is actually one of my favorite formulas because of the fact that the formula is really thin and buttery. So then this is what the color looks like. It's so so pretty. And I do mostly only wear liquid lipsticks because now that I have P with me all the time, I don't want my lipstick to rub off on her. She goes to grab my lips. I don't want it to get all over her hands. So for me, being a mommy, liquid lipsticks are just the best option to have, and so that's really all I wear. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take my hair out and then I'll be back to show you the actual completed look without this crazy hair. So this is the finished look. I hope that you guys like this tutorial. I wanted to do something that was quick and easy for the fall and winter, especially for those of you who are new mommies or who have a lot of kids who want to put on makeup but don't necessarily have a lot of time to, like myself. So everything that I use will be in the description bar down below. If you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them below. Please let me know what video guys you want to see, and I will do my best to try and film those for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!